Welcome to Springboro 45066, Part 1, the TV news magazine show of Springboro, Ohio. On Part 1 of our January-February episode, we talked to City Manager Chris Pozzuto for updates in our projects, programs, services, and more. It may be cold outside, but Heatherwoode stays open. We hear from the pros who are gearing up for the spring. At the schools, Cadet Sofia Roush returns to tell us all about her major ROTC academic achievement. At the Coffman YMCA, we hear all about late winter and early spring programming, and Carrie talks to our new Chamber CEO, Jack Blosser, about EXPO 2023. On Meet Your Neighbor segment, we talk to Springboro residents, Stacie and Rowan Moore, and it's all happening right now on Springboro 45066, Part 1. Happy New Year 2023. Carrie, good to be with you as always.
It's nice to see you in 2023, Mayor.
Just want to let the audience know that we were a little bit delayed this month because of all the bad weather we had. We were slipping and sliding, and the schools were virtual. We couldn't get a report in there, so we're a little bit behind, but we'll still get January in and all of February, and you'll see us again in March and April.
Absolutely.
Part 1 and Part 2. Anyway, we got a big show, a lot of things coming on, and we want you to be welcome to the new year. And Carrie, we're going to go see our city manager.
Yes. I had the opportunity to visit the city building where we are right now and sit down with our city manager, Chris Pozzuto, to talk about all the great things that are happening in Springboro right now and, kind of that wrapped up in 2022. We are at the city building today, and I am joined by Chris Pozzuto, our fantastic city manager. Chris, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, obviously, we're at the beginning of a new year, 2023. We thought it would be a great idea to sit down with you and hear kind of, what is coming in Springboro in 2023. Maybe get a little update from you as our city manager.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm trying to figure out whenever I sign papers and date things to use 23. So that once we get over that hurdle, I think we'll be on good ground to plan for the future. But now we've got a lot of projects planned as usual. I like to usually start in the parks. That gets the people most excited.
Sure.
A couple things we've got going on there. We've got a new pump track that we're putting in at Community Park. That's the park behind, people always identified as the park behind UDF.
Right.
So what we're doing there is we're actually putting in two separate pump tracks, one for little bigger kids, and then we've actually got a small pump track as well. And if nobody knows what a pump track is, that's essentially where you really only have to pedal like 1 or 2 rotations, and then the way it's designed, you can just kind of go around the course on your own, but it's got a lot of cool turns, hills, all those kind of things. So we're really excited about that. That should be done, we're hoping, by the early summer. They already started some of the work on it, and obviously the weather got in the way, so we're going to finish that up hopefully in the spring, but that'll be a neat thing. And then another project we're very excited about is we're going to be completely redoing the playground area at North Park.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so the playground equipment up there is probably going on 25, 30 years old now, so it's probably time for a refresh. So what we're actually doing is we're going to be putting in an all accessible playground there for any age, any ability. We wanted to make sure it was all accessible to everyone. So what we're actually doing is we're designing it right now, and we'll be putting that, we're actually relocating it, so we're going to be putting that brand new equipment on the first field, the upper field that's right by the concession stand.
Wonderful.
So we're going to be taking up that entire area. It's going to be really, really cool. We're excited about it. It's going to knock everybody's socks off when they see it. So in addition to that, we're also going to be putting in pickleball courts there as well. Everybody knows pickleball is a growing sport now, so we're going to be adding pickleball courts. We're also going to be doing some slight modifications to the amphitheater as well. So trying to expand the seating a little more, make it more strategic where we put the beer tents that Pee Wee football, we appreciate their help with providing some adult beverages during our Friday night concerts. And so we'll be doing, so people are going to see some changes up at North Park as well, which I think will be very, very exciting. So
since we're talking about North Park, obviously summer concerts. We're planning on doing those again. I feel like those are very, it's a very iconic Springboro thing.
It is, and we plan that right after the one series is over. We start thinking about the next year. So, kudos to our park board, and specifically Suzanne Geisler, our park board chairman, who kind of runs that show. But we've already got our schedule pretty much wrapped up. We don't want to. I don't want to say anything now. We're gonna leave it for a little bit and make a big splash about it. But it's coming together very well, and we've got our same, Tuesday nights, Friday nights.
Sure.
So we're very, very excited about that. But yeah, I mean, it does make a big splash up there. I mean, our Friday night concerts we're starting to eclipse 5,000 people there.
It's a blast.
So it's really cool.
Very family friendly.
Yeah.
Free admission. It's a blast.
Yeah. Everybody, we try and
the music's great.
We want everybody to have a good time. The music's good, so we're very proud of that concert series. So
you should be. It's a really fantastic event. Now let's talk a little bit about Wright Station. There's more construction happening.
Yeah, there's another building going up. I believe it's about a 6,000 square foot building, just next to the Performing Arts Center and across from Cassano's. But what it's gonna, we've got one business we can announce. It's going to be a consulting office in one half of the building, and then they've actually got two about 1,500 square foot sections for two potential other retailers.
Oh, okay.
So we're not ready to say who they are yet. We will be doing that once the construction gets closer to being done. So that's actually the second to last building pad we have to go in. The last one is the long strip of land next to 741, closer to the 73 intersection.
Right.
We don't have anybody for there yet, but we are trying to target a business that might tend to operate more in the mornings. I know people are always concerned about the parking there. Anyway. But we understand.
You're preaching to the choir here.
We understand there's, limited parking. I will not say there's no parking, because there's plenty of parking there.
There's a lot of parking.
But we understand that parking can be a concern, and so we're trying to find a complementary business that may operate in the mornings, early afternoons, so that when the people start going to Cassano's and Warped Wing and the Performing Arts Center, those spaces are open at night. So we are cognizant of those kind of things, and so we are looking for a business type like that. Don't have one yet,
sure.
But another thing we're doing at Wright Station is we'll be starting to redefine the middle area where we hold some events. We have bands there throughout the week and weekends, and so we'll be kind of creating a sense of place there as well, with a new band shelter, a pergola to kind of match the pergola that we've got across the street at the Welcome to Springboro sign, new benches, chairs, all those kind of things. So we'll be doing those improvements hopefully this summer as well.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds like the city has a lot going on.
We do, always. It always amazes me how much we can get done during a year. But we've got an amazing staff here. The mayor and city council are very supportive of pretty much anything we do. And so it's nice to be able to get rocking and rolling at the beginning of the year and know what you've got planned. And just the key is to try and get all those plans implemented.
Sure.
And I think we do a pretty good job of getting stuff done around here, so we're proud of everything we do.
I agree with you. Now, I'm not going to ask you what you're most proud of, but just off the top of your head, what are some of the things that you are extremely proud of, coming out of 22 and going into 23?
Sure. The one thing I'm really proud that we were able to pull off is the fiber project. Originally, way back when, before we started, we literally had one internet provider. That was it.
Absolutely.
That was the one big thing that we heard from all the residents was, we want more choice. We don't, who else is out there but Spectrum?
You could get on social media any day and see it.
Exactly. And so, and you know what a big social media fan I am. Anyway, but
I know this.
Yeah, so that was one thing that we saw and said, you know what, we can maybe try and do something about that. And I think we have. Now we've got, close to 3, and once Ultra Fiber's done, we'll have 3 high-speed internet providers. That actually puts us in the top 0.3% of all communities in the entire country.
Really?
Yeah, most have 1, some have 2. There are very, very few that have 3 that, you can call up and say at any time, I want to switch to Ultra. Nope, I want back to Spectrum. Nope, I'll take Point Broadband.
Right.
Nobody has those kind of choices. So I understand that the getting there has been somewhat problematic for people, their yards being dug up, all those kind of things. But I promise you, when they're all done, you won't even know they're there because it's all underground.
It's going to be worth it.
Yeah,
I know that.
It absolutely will be. And, we've already seen some benefits from that. Prices are coming down and choice is going up. So you can't ask for much more than that.
I agree.
So that's probably over the last year and a half, that's probably what I'm most proud of, getting that accomplished. That was a pretty cool project.
That's very cool. And I can see why you would be proud. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with us this afternoon and giving us an idea of what's to come in 2023 in the city of Springboro.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
All right, well, we can't wait to see what's next.
Me either. Thanks.
Thank you. Back to you. Thanks, Chris. It's always a pleasure to chat with you and hear about all things Springboro. Mayor, one thing that we didn't get a chance to chat with Chris about is the upcoming Styles on Main fashion show at the PAC. It's going to be March 16th, so just a couple days before EXPO. We love EXPO.
Yeah, oh yeah, EXPO, yeah.
I know. But yeah, so all the boutiques on Main Street participate in a fashion show. It's a joint effort. Always a lot of fun. It's a free event. Concession stands open so you can get a snack and a cocktail and check out the fashions from Main Street, all in the warmth of the Performing Arts Center.
Yeah. Well, Chris does a great job for us as city manager.
He truly does.
We have a real connection to get things done. We're always looking to do things, thinking out of the box. That's what Springboro is all about. What's making it special?
Well, we have all of the amenities of a big city, but we still somehow maintain that small town charm.
Yeah. And we're going to go out to Heatherwood. And one of the proudest moments of being the mayor was when we paid it off.
I know.
We don't owe a dime off Heatherwood.
You have to be proud of that.
Yeah.
And they're doing some renovations right now.
A lot of renovations, doing the bridge and everything else. Mm-hmm. Let's go talk to Tom.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Well, we've got a couple of nice additions here at the club. If you haven't been out here, we've added 2 new golf simulators, both of them with the GC quads. Matt's been super busy with the club fitting. Our junior program has taken off. This year we've got 36 juniors in our program. We actually opened it up to some outside juniors, which we're glad to see. Some kids here from Centerville, different places around the area. The junior program, we actually are the only facility that has a putt view. The putt view is phenomenal for the putting. But again, with 3 simulators now, club fitting capabilities are endless. Matt's been super busy with it. If you haven't seen it, come out and see it, please. Stacie, what have you got going on?
Thanks, Tom. So we have a lot going on here right now. We did just have the entire clubhouse freshly painted. It looks great. I encourage people to swing in and take a look at it. So we're really excited here for the upcoming year. We're still taking reservations for graduation parties, weddings, any smaller functions like bridal showers, baby showers, anything you can imagine. Feel free to contact me. Come out, tour the facility, and we can talk about pricing. We're also really excited about Party on the Patio this year. We're doing something much different than we've done in the past. We will have a lot of new bands coming out, and we're also looking at food trucks. So stay tuned. We're going to be posting things on our Facebook page, on Instagram, when we firm up dates and more details for that.
I want to thank you. I also want to remind you that we're open 365 days a year. So if you want to come out and take a tour of the facility, please do so. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Tom. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, talk about Heatherwood. Going to the schools.
We are. It's a familiar face from the schools. We got to sit down again with Sofia Roush, one of our Air Force Junior ROTC cadets, and she just continues to make us proud, Mayor.
I know, she can excel.
I mean, truly proud. Let's go check this out to see what Sofia's up to now. We are here at Springboro High School in the Media Center, and I am joined by Sofia Roush. Now, if Sofia looks familiar to you, it's because she is familiar. She's a friend of 45066, and we are here to celebrate Sofia's most recent accomplishment. Sofia, welcome back to 45066.
Thank you very much.
So, tell us a little bit about what we are celebrating today, because this is a major accomplishment.
So today we're going to be discussing, it's called the J100 Character and Leadership Scholarship. It's a senior ROTC scholarship that covers tuition, room and board, book stipends from ROTC.
Wonderful. Now, you're being a little humble about this, but this J100 JROTC Character and Leadership Scholarship is really a huge deal. This is awarded to only 100 high school seniors throughout the nation. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of 45066 and the entire community of Springboro, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What an honor. So tell us a little bit about the process of applying for the scholarship. I understand that Springboro High School nominates one student each year. So obviously you were our nomination. After you were nominated, what was the process like?
After the nomination, students see an application very similar to the other HSSP, which is High School Scholarship Program applications. It covers a physical fitness aspect, which we use a number from what we call our PFT, a fitness test. It covers your grades. There's a ACT or SAT requirement, as well. It likes to see your extracurriculars and your participation in your JROTC core.
Wonderful. Now, okay, so you made it past the first round, and then as you and I were chatting before we started, that you had to move into a second round, which included an online interview. Mm-hmm. What was that interview like?
So that interview, it was quick. It was with some personnel in Alabama, ROTC's home center, or their home, I guess. But it's for round 2, which covers 200 cadets that make it past that first round.
Wow. Well, congratulations. Now, how did you find out that you were one of the 100 students?
So it was our instructors, Lieutenant Colonel Barry and Master Sergeant Tiergart, they sat us down and told us that we had some news from the Air Force and just told the whole class.
Wow. So did everybody just go crazy?
Everyone was clapping. It was very nice.
How did you feel?
Well, I still feel kind of over the moon, if I'm being honest. It still doesn't feel all that real, but I'm extremely grateful. Sure.
Now this scholarship, it's not just your run-of-the-mill scholarship. You get 100% of your tuition paid to any university of your choice. You get your annual book stipend. You get a $10,000 a year allowance for campus housing, and then you get your monthly cadet stipend. I mean, you're taken care of. That is fantastic. So talk to us a little bit about your plans after you leave Springboro High School.
So right now I'm hoping to attend the Auburn University in Alabama or Georgia Tech. And of course do their ROTC program there. I plan on majoring in aerospace engineering and hopefully taking my degree to the Air Force.
Wonderful. Now you're still working on that pilot's license that we talked about previously, I assume?
Mm-hmm. I actually just passed my my ground portion in December, and I'm waiting on a good day here soon, hopefully, to do the practical portion.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. And we're jokingly calling this, the Sofia show, since we've had the pleasure of seeing you so much recently. But we're so proud of your accomplishments, and we look forward to seeing what you do next.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, and thank you for everything you're doing to make Springboro proud. Back to you. Thanks, Sophia. It's always wonderful to chat with you, and we are so incredibly proud of you and all of your accomplishments.
She takes it to another level.
Doesn't she? She is one of 4 students in Ohio who were awarded that scholarship. Isn't that incredible?
It is incredible. Well, I'm going to go see Alan out at the Y.
Absolutely.
He's the new replacement for David Thompson.
I know.
He's doing a great job.
That's what I hear.
He hit the ground running. He came from Xenia.
Okay.
So I'm on the board there, and we spend them once a month at least. And so let's go talk to Alan.
Wonderful.
Thanks, guys, and welcome to the Coffman Family YMCA here in Springboro. This is Alan Milkus. I'm the new director of the Y. Been here about 2 months, and just going to give you some quick updates on things we have coming this spring. So we do have some youth sports offerings I'd like to tell you about. We will be offering spring soccer. That will be outdoor. It'll be ages 3 to 14. We will also have some spring volleyball that we'll be registering for. Also, as we do year-round, we will be registering for our swim lessons program, and we will be teaching kids how to be safe in and around water as the summer is rapidly approaching. One last thing I'd like to talk about is we do have a need and are hiring for lifeguards and swim instructors. So anything kind of aquatics related we are searching for. So if you know anybody, tell them to check out our website or give us a call. Back to you. Thanks.
Thanks, Alan. It's a pleasure to have you working at the Y and being on our show. We appreciate it. Okay, we are going where?
We're going to the Chamber.
The Chamber.
Yes,
all right.
because if it's the beginning of the new year, that means one thing. It means the Chamber is working on EXPO.
I know, Expo.
I know. So we're going to sit down with Jack Blosser, our CEO, Executive Director, and talk all things EXPO.
Okay.
We are at the Springboro Chamber of Commerce, and I am joined by CEO President Jack Blosser. Jack, welcome to 45066.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Now, if it is January and I'm at the Chamber, I'm guessing it is time to talk about EXPO.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Are you excited? This is really your first EXPO with us.
It is. I've been to expos in the past where I've demonstrated, but
Sure.
to put it on, now that you see what's actually going on behind the scene, it's phenomenal, and it takes an awful lot of time.
It takes a village, doesn't it,
It will.
to put on this event? So, for anyone who isn't familiar with EXPO, it is Warren County's largest trade exposition.
Correct.
It is the largest event that the Chamber hosts each year. So, what would you want the general public to know about EXPO?
Well, we're going to have up to 200 vendors this year, and all at the Springboro High School. And between 6,000 and 8,000 people will be on hand to go through the exhibits and see what they want. It's a chance also for the businesses to get connected to the individuals.
Sure.
And the individuals, if they are in need of something down the road, they can gain all of that information by staying at the expo.
And it's such a fun event. It's family friendly, free admission. And I don't think there's a charge for parking either, is there?
Nope, there's not.
Free admission, free parking. What about food? Can people eat while they're at EXPO?
We're going to have some food vendors there.
Awesome.
And I know that it's probably the only day of the year that Chick-fil-A will be in Springboro.
That's our running joke
It
about
is.
EXPO.
It is.
It is. It's exciting.
Yeah, and then the children. We're going to have children activities as well.
Awesome.
So if mom and dad are talking to one of the vendors, and if they have a children's activity, then they can be occupied.
Wonderful.
And again, it's a chance not necessarily to accomplish business,
Sure.
but to come and have a good time, relax,
Right.
let the children play a little bit.
And make some good connections.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
I love that. Now, it is at Springboro High School. What's our EXPO date this year?
Saturday, March 18th.
Awesome.
From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
And be there and have some fun. Just kick back, enjoy the food, the relaxation, and don't make it a business thing. Make
Right.
it a family-friendly get out and do something with your family.
I hear we're going to have some local characters walking around, which is always fun.
Yep. And then also there's going to be the raffle.
Oh, yes,
At the
of course.
end,
We've got our
the
grand
grand
prize
prize.
for the adults and the children this
Yes.
year, which is awesome. And I believe Custom Connections was so generous to donate our grand prize for the adults this year. They're so wonderful to us.
So yeah, the grand prize is going to be a high-definition TV or a complete surveillance system that they'll even install for you.
I mean, how incredible is that? If you come to EXPO, you can register for the grand prize. Plus, every exhibitor at EXPO is going to have a door prize that you can register for. So there are thousands, really tens of thousands of dollars of prizes that anyone can win.
And also kind of like you can bring a bag and pick up the freebies
Exactly.
along the way.
There's a lot of swag at
Yeah.
EXPO.
Yeah, there
More
is.
pens, notepads, chip clips than you could ever imagine.
It's going to have some fun.
It's a lot of fun. If you
Yeah.
haven't been to EXPO, you got to go to EXPO.
Exactly.
It's a very kind of iconic Springboro event.
That's what I've heard. And it's being the largest in Ohio probably, but at least in our area.
Right, in Warren County for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Springboro EXPO, March 18th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Springboro High School. Free admission, free parking, family friendly, expo food court, entertainment all day. What else could you want?
Just a lot of fun.
I agree with you, Jack. We'll see you at Expo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
Thanks, Jack. We are all sincerely looking forward to Expo.
I've kicked the Expo off for how many years now?
I mean, probably, what, 22, 23?
As many as there are, because I've been there for 27.
Yeah,
so.
it started in, what, 2000? And I know we had to take a year off because of COVID. But, I mean, I know you've been there every year.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I'll be there with you this year.
Good.
Can't wait.
All right.
All right, what is that?
It's that Meet Your Neighbor segment, part 1. Our special guest this time is Stacie and Rowan Moore. They've been in the community for a long time. Let's go talk to them. We have a mother and a son in this segment of Meet Your Neighbor. Stacie and Rowan, glad to have you on our show.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Glad. Why don't you tell us, one of you, a little about yourself, and then you can pass it on back and forth.
Okay.
Stacie, why don't you start
Well,
first?
I grew up in Springboro and then kind of moved away and lived everywhere but here. And then once I was pregnant with Rowan, moved back here, and then he has grown up in Springboro as well. So we're natives.
That's good. It's a great place to be.
It is.
Yeah. So what made you come back?
I had kind of seen everything, and I wanted to be kind of back where it felt comfortable and where, again, I was raised here. I wanted him to be raised here as well. We travel a lot, but we like having Springboro as our home base.
Okay. Well, Rowan, how do you like Springboro?
I like it a lot.
Do you? Okay, that's good. That's good. You glad to be back?
Yes.
Well, we're glad to have you back. Okay. So mom says we're coming back. You're coming back, right?
Yes.
That's the way you always obey mom.
Yep. I'm always with her.
There you go. There you go. Stacie, what is it about Springboro that you like? I mean, since you came back, is there something you've seen a change or?
I mean, it's home, and there's something for me very strong about that. You know, I like to travel, I like to be other places, but I like the comfort of everywhere that I know and love. My people are here, my best friends are here. I mean,
it's important.
It's the town that grew me, so I figure it was a good town to grow my child.
Do you guys ever get a chance to come out to the concerts in the park?
Absolutely, for sure.
Aren't they great?
Yes, so much fun. We love music anyway, so having that is such a benefit. I love it for our little community. It's so close to us, and we're big fans.
I love music, and I love playing my guitar. And I take guitar lessons in Waynesville.
Okay.
I really love music.
Are you pretty good?
Yes.
Are you? Good.
Yes.
And sometimes you are able to write columns, like he did a blog and was able to cover the Bunbury Music Festival in Cincinnati. Carrie and I got to be his drivers.
Yeah.
We were secondarily accepted, but he was technically the press member.
Yeah, I was like the press member. I was like the main guy. And
Well, that's a good thing.
yes.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
It is a really good thing.
Well, I guess as we close out the Meet Your Neighbor segment, what is it that we could do better? I mean, we always ask all our folks on Meet Your Neighbor, what can you think of that we could do better?
Do you know what is not going to be a popular opinion? You might think it's popular. I wish we had 1 million more roundabouts and 1 million less stoplights.
Well,
is that going to make it?
No.
Okay, tell me what to put on the cut.
We're not going to have roundabouts since I'm the mayor, because they cause a lot of accidents. And those other cities we visited, they have had a lot of problems. So
Man, I love them.
if you're out in the rural, it's okay. But if you get into urban,
Right.
it really creates a problem. So I don't want to have to hire another 20 police officers to cover it.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, I understand that. And they are popular in a lot of places.
I love them.
I give you that. Other than that, and a Chick-fil-A, what else you want?
I don't want a Chick-fil-A. I'm okay
Don't
with
you?
no Chick-fil-A. I love our little small businesses.
You guys were one of the first people that said you didn't want a Chick-fil-A.
We have a Chick-fil-A, and I love our Chick-fil-A, and it's near enough. And I love small independent restaurants and shops, and so
a good thing.
I will not stalk you about that.
Well, we like to support our local businesses. Yeah, we do.
We're big fans of the local businesses and the ladies' nights out. Sometimes we do pop-up shops at ladies' night out with Carrie, so we love it.
Well, as we close this out, I promised Rowan that I would let him do something. Okay?
Yes.
So, okay. So, what are you going to do? This segment is adjourned, correct?
The segment is adjourned.
There you go. All right. Wave bye. Say, Stacie and Rowan, we're so glad you joined us on the Meet Your Neighbor segment, learn about you and your family. It's great. You're a part of the community. We appreciate you being with us. Well, Carrie, finishing up part one.
Part one.
Another show.
I know.
Oh, I love it. Love being back at it.
It's cold outside, but I mean, we're busy and the community is just popping with things to do and gearing up for another busy year.
Yeah. Well, don't go anywhere. Part two is right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you next time. Take care.